Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video tutorial where I'll be teaching you how to set up a distribute AI node on your smartphone. If you're an Android user and you're a user of Android 13 and higher, if you're using Android 13 plus or you're on Android 13, Android 14, Android 15, you're going to enjoy doing or running a distribute AI node on your smartphone because it's actually possible, right? With the help of a special browser called Mrs. Browser. Now, Mrs. Browser has been around for quite a while. It's actually a browser that is dedicated for Web3 on mobile devices. And with this browser, you have features that are available to PC users, such as the ability for you to download Chrome extensions and install them on your browser and actually use those Chrome extensions well. And the value of those Chrome extensions is that most of the DePIN projects and AI projects that we do in Web3 usually come in form of Chrome extensions, right? In order for you to participate in this project, you have to install a Chrome extension. So in order for you to be able to do that on your phone, if you don't have a PC, or you have a PC but you still want to run a node on your phone, is to actually get Mrs. Browser, right? For this specific project, we are going to be using Mrs. Browser because there are other browsers that have this feature, but Mrs. Browser is the best. All right, so let's get to the video. The first thing you want to do is to actually update your Mrs. Browser. In order for you to participate in Distribute AI, you have to first of all update your Mrs. Browser from Play Store because there are some features that are missing in the older version of Mrs. Browser that you need to get. So let's head over to Play Store and update our Mrs. Browser. Okay, so here we're on Play Store. I'm going to tap on search. I'm going to type in Mrs. Browser right here. Right, so right here the app is actually open and it's actually up to date. So now if yours is not up to date, you are going to quickly see update here. If you are using the older version of Mrs. Browser, you need to update. So you are going to need to update your browser, right? And you might also want to enable auto update, right? You can enable auto update so that the browser can update itself whenever there's a public and stable update, right? So that's done. Now let's head over to Mrs. Browser and open Mrs. Browser. Now this is the typical home page of Mrs. Browser. So the first thing you actually want to do here is actually to visit or create a distribute AI account. So the first thing you want to do here right now is actually to create a distribute AI account. And in order to create a distribute AI account, you actually need a link. Now that link is actually in the description section, right? If you're watching this video, you can go to the video description and you get a link. But right now I know the entire link on my, so I'm just going to simply type it, right? So distribute.ai /web3 cent. So web3 cent is my referral code, guys, so go ahead and use my referral link in the description and you'll also be getting some bonuses as well and also be helping the community. So let's get to it. We'll visit the link. Now this link is going to take you to a sign up page where you are going to be asked to actually sign up with your email address and a password, right? You can also choose to continue with your Discord or X account, right? So for this video I'm going to continue with my email address. Now I personally have registered on Distribute AI already, so this is like a friend's phone, so I'm just going to be using their phone to do the tutorial. So what I have to do right now is to go ahead and type a password to sign up. So I've typed in my password and I've tapped sign up, right? So what I have to do right now is actually to go to my email address, which is this email address right here, and actually get the verification code and add it to this box right here and type it into this box, then tap on continue. Now in order for me to do this, I have to go to my Gmail app and get the code. Now when you enter into your Gmail, you are going to want to go to the update tab, right? here, right here. This is the update tab right here. So I'm going to tap on that. Then you're going to see this verification email from Oasis AI. Now, for those of you that are not aware, Distribute AI was formerly known as Oasis AI, and some of you might have already registered an account before, right? So you might want to check that in case you are being told that your email address is already in use. So what you will need to do is to actually sign in, forget your password, and continue from there. But if you are just starting, right, go to your update tab. You see the verification link. Go ahead and open it. Right now, they're asking me to tap on either this box, which is this verify link box, or actually copy this code and go and register go and continue it on the browser. So what I'm actually going to do here is actually to copy this code and then go and paste it on my Mrs. browser to actually verify the account, right? Or I can also choose to type in the code. In this case, the code will be 78C78CR2P, right? So you can also choose to type the code. So since the code is already here, I'm just going to go ahead and copy the URL and then paste it in Mrs. browser. So here we are on Mrs. browser. So I'm going to go to new tab. I'm going to create a new tab. Tap here, new tab, and then paste the link. So as you can see, the code has been automatically entered, and now I am logged in, right? Welcome unknown, and unknown, get started by downloading the runtime, right? So the first thing you're going to see on your dashboard is actually this page, right? Now you can also choose to be in desktop mode or mobile view, but in this case, let's just keep it simple. Let's remain in mobile view, right? Now, since you've registered your Distribute AI account, the first thing you need to do is to actually download a node, because you want to run a node. And in order for you to run a node, you have to pick between you have to pick a platform that is best suitable for you, depending on the kind of tool or the kind of computing device that you have. Now, if you have a Windows device, right, you want to run a Distribute AI node on your Windows machine, all you have to do is actually come here and pick a platform in this step 1, and you can either download for Windows, Mac, or Linux, right? So you pick here. Now you're going to see Windows, right? And this Windows is actually x86 64-bit, right? So if you are using a Windows device that is an ARM device, a node is not actually available for you right now, right? But if you are using a MacBook, right, if you're using a MacBook, either Apple Silicon or Mac Intel, you understand, you're going to be able to download. There's a special version for you. As you can see, we have Windows, Mac Intel, and Apple Silicon, so you can pick any of those and actually download and install the runtime on your system. The runtime is actually a desktop app, right? So but if you're a mobile user, right, if you're a smartphone user, what you actually need is to scroll down and then download the Chrome extension. Now remember, we're using Mrs. browser, and Mrs. browser supports Chrome extension. So what we actually need to do right now is to just click on the download button, and it will take us to the Chrome web store, and we're going to install the Chrome extension. Then we sign in into the Chrome extension and keep it running, right? So let's do that. Download takes us to a fresh new page, right? Fresh new tab, right? Chrome web store is actually a desktop page view web page. So we're going to zoom in, scroll up, add to Chrome. This is the button you have to find. You have to find this add to Chrome button whenever you are whenever you are downloading a Chrome extension from the Chrome web store. So go ahead and do that. Add to Chrome. Yeah, this dialog box is going to pop up, then you are going to tap OK. So we're going to allow that to download, right? So it has finished downloading. Now immediately it finished downloading, this is the page that is going to take you to, right? It's going to take you to this very page where it's going to ask you to enable a few things. One of the things that you need to enable in order for this extension to run is you need to enable JavaScript integration. Also, you need to enable experimental or new WebAssembly, right? Now, because we've updated our Mrs. browser, this unsafe GPU support has already been marked, right? But if you are using an older version of Mrs. Browser and you come to this place and this unsafe web GPU support is actually not marked, it's not actually done. If that task is not done, it means that you've not updated your Mrs. Browser in case you're having such an issue. So the first thing you want to do here is to tap on this, click here, right? It's actually a link, so we're going to tap on it to go and enable what distribute AI is asking us to enable. We'll tap on it and it take us to this flags page, right? And what they're asking you to enable is actually going to be highlighted for you. In this case, experimental web assembly JavaScript promise integration, JSPI, right? So it's marked in yellow. So now it's actually set to default, but we have to change it to enable. So we'll tap here this box and we switch it to enable. Now at the bottom of the screen, the browser will be suggesting to us that we should relaunch Mrs. Browser for these changes that we've made to actually take effect. Now we're not going to be doing that now. We're going to enable everything first, then we relaunch the browser. So let's go back to the tab, right? This one has been done. Then new web assembly. As you can see, it's highlighted in yellow, right? So and it's disabled, so we're going to enable it, right? So that's it. So the next thing we have to do right now is actually to relaunch Mrs. Browser. As you can see, the relaunch button is at the bottom of our screen, or you can just choose to close the app then reopen it, right? So relaunch, and that should close it and reopen it automatically. Now we're still in the flags page, so we have to switch back to the extensions page. Now this is the extension page, and as you can see, all the task has been completed, right? So we can go ahead and actually close this page entirely, and close this tab and close this tab, and then we can come back to our dashboard here, right? And then click on the extensions tab, because we have the browser tab and we have the extensions tab. Click on the extensions tab, and now you will find, this is it, right? You'll find distribute AI extension right here. So what we have to do, we actually have to, open the extension by clicking on it. So it's going to ask us to sign in, right? Now if your extension is showing like this, you might want to actually tap on this expand button there for it to actually expand into a new tab of its own, right? So I'm going to tap here. So here it's actually asking us to sign in into the extension. So all I have to do is actually to click sign in. And yeah, so each device that you add to your distribute AI dashboard is actually called a node, right? Now in order for you to actually know how different nodes are working, how they are performing, you have to give them a name to distinguish between them. This is where actually connecting a provider or setting up a provider name comes in, right? So our smartphone is about to become a node. Now we have to give it a name, because you can actually connect multiple devices. You can connect your desktop app, you can connect your PC, another Chrome extension entirely, right, that is installed on your PC, or even two different PCs. The number of providers that you can have, I don't actually know the limit, but I feel it's quite unlimited. Right now I have about 6 providers and they are just going, and I'm even thinking of adding more, right, if I have the opportunity to lay my hands on more devices. So let's just call this Mrs. Browser extension, right? So that's the name we're giving to this provider, and yeah, we've continued. Now you want to make sure that when you're typing in the name of your provider, that the number of characters that you're using is less than or equal to 32 characters, between 2 characters and 32 characters, you understand, anywhere in between, but not above or below, right? So go to dashboard, right? So we've been sent to our dashboard, and as you can see here, we have one provider now, which is actually the Mrs. Browser extension. So now that the status is actually showing disconnected. So now that we've set it up, all we have to do is to reopen the extension again, right? Now as you can see, extension is now running, right? We've not any points yet, but you can see provider uptime, network percentile, and the status of the extension, which is active, right? Let's go back to our dashboard now that we know that it's active, and let's refresh our dashboard. Yeah, we've refreshed our dashboard, and now as you can see you're going to see the name of your CPU later on, right? Give it time, but you see the name of your GPU, which is the GPU on your device, right? So we're using a smartphone that is using a Mali G57 GPU, right? This phone is running on I believe Helio G99. Yes, that's the processor that is going to end up showing here, right? And yeah, this is our provider. Now in case you want to add more providers into your dashboard, right, all you have to do is to come to this menu section, go to downloads, right? Make sure you use the device that you want to add to actually visit your dashboard or open your dashboard. Then here, if you want to install for Windows, you can go ahead, tap choose Windows, install Mac, Intel, install, right? Mac, Apple Silicon, install. Now if you want to add another Chrome extension either on a PC or on another phone that belongs to you, go ahead, just download it, open the dashboard on that particular device and then download it. Now there is also what is called cloud deploy. Now if you are somebody that you have experience in DevOps, you have a experience with Amazon Web Service, you have experience with Google Cloud Run, Oracle deploy platform, or Oracle Cloud platform, all of these platforms, you will actually know that you can deploy an application, right? A Docker image, right? A Docker image that is already built on a Linux runtime, right? You can run it on an Ubuntu machine, any Linux based distribution, Debian and the rest. So now if you have experience in that field, you can actually go ahead and find either a free tier of a cloud or a cloud provider, or a paid tier, right, and actually run your node and put your node on the cloud, right? Depending on the amount of resources that you have access to, based on the free tier, on the paid tier, you'll be able to run as any amount of machines that you are capable of handling. Myself, I've not been able to set it up because I'm finding it hard to set up, right? Because I'm not a DevOps person yet, but it looks as if I'm going to take a training just because of Distribute AI, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how to set up your Distribute AI node on your smartphone, right? For those of us that are on Android 13, Android 13 and upwards, let me give you a cheat code that you can use to keep your browser extension running all throughout the day, any time of the day, while you are using your phone without it interrupting with you. Because if you just minimize the app, you are not going to be any as much point, because the extension needs to be up and running, right, each and every time. So let's go back to the extension. First of all, you want to stay on the extension, right? While you are doing this, while you want to remain active, stay on the extension on the browser, right? Make sure this particular tab or the extension is open like this. Now go ahead and minimize your smartphone, right? And depending on the phone that you are using, you will need to tap here, right? Then here, for you to actually see how to put your app by the side. I think what they call it is a floating window. So if there is a floating window feature on your phone, you'll be able to do that. Either you are using a Redmi device, Samsung device, a Techno device, Vivo device, any device that you're using at all that is running on Android 13 or higher, right? You're going to see floating window. But if you are not seeing floating window here and you have this icon right here, you're going to click, you can go ahead and tap on it, right? So what it does is that it creates a floating window, and then you can swipe it by the side and the app remains like this, just like this. You can monitor it like this, just like this, and just like that you can go about doing anything you want on your smartphone without it disturbing you, and the app will be running 247, right, as long as it's not closed. And that thing you actually want to do again is actually to lock the app right here. Okay, you actually want to make sure the app is locked. So if it is locked, each time you use this delete button at the top, which is meant to close all the apps that are currently on your phone's RAM or your phone's app executes runtime, right? If you actually use mistake and press this delete button, it doesn't close Mrs. browser. So if I go ahead and use this delete button right now, you see it clears the memory. But if I go ahead and reopen this runtime stuff, and it's going to pop up and see Mrs. browser is still running. So you might want to actually do that. Now let's do a little bit of let's do a little bit of diving into the distribute AI platform. So we're going to go back to our dashboard here and let's touch on a few things. Now, the fact that your node is running does not mean that that's all you have to do, right? There are still other things you need to get done. Take, for example, there are tasks that you need to complete. Now, this is your referral page, right? There are things for us to do. Leaderboards. I want you to explore the platform, right? Don't be afraid, just explore the platform. This is credits, right? As you can see, so far we've been able to earn 10 credits while on the video, and 10 credits like 10 distribute AI points. Now, and this is your download page. Now let's go back to credits, because there are tasks here that you need to complete in order for you to qualify for their airdrop. Now, one of those tasks, or some of those tasks, include updating your referral code, which you'll be able to do if you go to the referral section right here, right? Verifying your email address, which we have already done, so we can go ahead and click on this, right? Remember, there's this objective page and there's verification page. So verify status. Now, by doing that, we've earned extra 100 points by just completing that task. Now, you update your referral code. Right here, you connect your X account, right? So you go ahead. Now, they are asking you to go to the security page, or security settings, in order for you to bind your X account and get 500 credits. So in order for us to do that, we can simply tap on this link right here, and it will take us to the security page. Now, the security page is also where you get to bind things like your Discord account, right? You bind your Discord. So all you have to do is just tap on link, right, and it will actually redirect you right to this page where you actually be asked to log in, right, or to sign in. Now, if you have a Twitter account already, you can go ahead and sign in with that Twitter account and authorize the application, right? Then authorize the application. But if you don't have a Twitter account, go ahead and register one. Then you can come back and then link it and then authorize the application. Trust me, it's totally safe. They are not going to hack your account, for those of you that are afraid. And you actually have to do the same for Discord as well. Go to security settings, link it, and then verify the status once you are done, right? And that's it for this verification page. Now, there's also objectives, right? First of all, they made it clear here that the capability of coins, or the capability of credits that you have to receive for running a node is 100 credits per hour. That's what you receive for running a node. So if your node is up for 10 minutes, you actually get 10 points, right? I believe, yeah. And if it's up for 1 hour, you get 100 points, right? So that's how the entire node team works. Now, you have to follow them on Twitter. After binding your Twitter account, you'll be able to come and do this task, then verify the status. If you refer users, you get 10% of their credits, right, as kickback. And also, there's also this task to ask distribute AI to your Discord account. And if you do that, you actually get, and the tasks are very simple to do, right? All you have to do is actually go to tap right here. This is a link taking you to their Discord, right? Your Discord bot. The distribute AI has a Discord bot, and right here they're asking you to actually install the Discord bot on your own dashboard, right? Basically, you are connecting the Discord bot to your account. Now, once you tap that link, if you have the Discord app on your phone and you already have an account, it's going to take you to the application on your phone, right, on your Android phone. Now, if you don't have a Discord account, you can just go on Play Store, download and register. Very easy to set up, right? So by the time you've done that, you can just add to my applications, right? And then it's going to authorize this particular account to execute some commands, right? Like I said before, not in this video but in my community, these guys, they have an already working AI product on Discord, which is an image generator, an AI image generator, and it's absolutely free. Now, in fact, using the AI image generator, as you use it on Discord, you earn 15 points automatically to your dashboard. So you might actually want to actually consider that by also joining their Discord server, right? Going to the generate image one or generate image two channel, then you start generating image. By the time you get there, you see people generating different images randomly. So you actually want to do that as well. So right here, we click authorize, right, in order to complete this task. Right, so success, open application. So this is the application right here, right? The OS's, application that we've installed. Now, once that is installed, it means that we've completed this task, right? So we can go ahead and verify the status. Okay, yeah, you must bind your Discord account in order for this stuff to be verified. Now, you can also add, if you have a Discord server, you can actually add distribute AI to your Discord bot, to your Discord server, like adding OS's AI or distribute AI into your Discord server for people to generate AI images completely for free. And when anybody that connects it to your server actually earns 2,000 credit points. So you actually want to do that, then join their Discord, right? Then also create a chat like I said before. If you generate AI images either on your Discord server where OS's AI is present, or on their own Discord server where you can generate images on their two different channels, right? Any of these places, as you use OS's AI or distribute AI, you are actually going to be earning 15 points per generation as you interact with the AI, right? So go ahead and explore all these things, right? Go ahead and explore all of that. Now, another thing I would like to make clear here is the fact that you actually need to explore this platform in order for you to know exactly where everything is, right? So now we're in the dashboard, and the statistics, which is where you get statistics, which is where you find out your progress, right? Statistics page. If you switch back to, you need to create a provider before you can access this page. Actually, we have, let's see if we can come back here. We already have a provider. Let's come here, statistics. Okay, so this is the statistics page. That's the get started page. Let's go ahead and close that tab. We don't need that for now. Let's close this as well. This is, remember, the extension itself. So it has been up for 12 minutes and we've earned 20 credits so far. So you might want to take note of that. Let's close this tab. So this is the statistics page where you see how many coins you are earning in 24 hours, in 7 days, in 30 days, just to keep track of things, and also see the status of your node, right? Of your provider, node or provider, the same thing. Now, so like I said before, you come here, right? If you are using a techno device like this device I'm currently using to run this node is actually a techno device, so you can just go ahead and float the window, and that's it. So ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the tutorial for how to set up a distribute AI node. Thank you for watching. Hope we eat good when TGE becomes live, right? When TGE comes live, hope we eat good. I pray that every one of us gets qualified for the airdrop, right? The most wonderful thing any airdrop farmer can see on their dashboard is congratulations, you are eligible. Right, so guys, make sure you take distribute AI seriously. I have 5 providers currently running, right? And I'm even thinking of how to set up cloud providers as well, like set up using the Docker image that they provided to actually set up deploy to the cloud using free tiers, right? But I've not been able to do that because of my inexperience with DevOps, right? And Amazon Web Services is hard to somehow navigate, and it's kind of technical, so but I'm learning it. So guys, that's it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section. Also, the link to join my community either on Telegram or on WhatsApp is actually going to be in the description of this video. So see you guys, and cheers.